Cursed. Cursed. We all go a little mad sometimes.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
I saw the boogeyman. I saw him outside.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey everybody, welcome to Tomb of Terrors with me, Old Man Brad. Whether you are new to the show or returning for another episode, thank you so much for giving me a listen. And if you love the show, drop me a review on your favorite podcast app. Or you can also become a patron at patreon.com/oldmanbrad. And also make sure to follow me on Letterboxd so you can see all the watches that I do. I have quite a few, let me tell you that. This episode, I have a new giallo-inspired indie horror film that just dropped on digital and DVD Blu-ray. It's called The Blade Cuts Deeper. Does it hit all the boxes for a giallo film? Does it work? I'm here to tell you all of that, but before we dive into it, I want to say, if you're in the Cincinnati area, come out to Frightful Fridays on the third Friday of the month. This week, the week this episode drops, on Friday, November 21st, we're going to be screening the original Fright Night from 1985, celebrating its 40th anniversary. So excited to show this on the big screen. And I have a special short film that is premiering in front of it. We have some young filmmakers here in Cincinnati. They did a short film called Dracula, and it will be having its premiere in front of Fright Night. It's a fun little short film. But come out to the Esquire Theater, November 21st, 10 p.m. Let's watch a movie together. It's time to jump into The Blade Cuts Deeper.
I just tell stories. And people love them. It doesn't matter what you've done. It only matters what they see.
Follow a narcissistic TV host who's become trapped in his own nightmare of televised cruelty and revenge. Content has consequences. This is directed by Gene Dolders. It stars Vicky Avery, Lindsay Bennett Thompson, Peter Durr, John Tewart, Kristen Jopp, and many others. Like I said, it comes out on digital and disc and physical media this week, and very, very giallo inspired. I'll tell you, it checks all the boxes. You have the black-gloved killer. You have plenty of close-ups of faces and eerie atmosphere. You have those tense slasher scenes that you know from a giallo film. It has some bloody kills. It checks all the boxes for what those Italian giallos were known for. Did it work in a current film? For the most part, yeah, it did. It hit all that, the feels that you wanted for that. It gave you the retro, like 80s feel. It had the soundtrack that went with it. It has this mysterious killer, black glove killer with a knife. Even the poster, if you see the poster for it, it's like this painted artwork with this woman in the front and an arm coming around with a knife and a mysterious figure behind. And the title, The Blade Cuts Deeper, full on like the Italian even title. Like many Italian films have been known when they come to the United States, the translation for the titles is usually, elongated title or, Don't Torture the Duckling, The Cat in the Brain, The Cat O' Nine Tails. Like there's a lot of Italian films with these titles that you see them and you're just like, what is this movie? but I need to watch it. I have become a fan of giallo films within the past couple years. I had never watched very many of them until a few years ago. I really kind of started getting into it, watching more Argento, Bava, some of, Fulci, and so many of these other directors. I have some sets next to me of some giallo box sets that I need to watch through, but I've become a fan of that style of film. I'm glad I come to it now in this time of my life. I think I appreciate a lot of these films more than I would have, say, 10, 15 years ago. I watch them now going, okay, these movies from the 60s, 70s, 80s, I can see the influence in so many things now, and watching them going, oh, yes, I love how it does this, how it does that. I heard about this movie coming out. The blade cuts deeper. I saw the poster and was like, I need to see this movie. Right off the bat, the title, the poster, full giallo. I actually watched the trailer to see, and I was like, okay, this is a giallo movie. But does it work? It does work. The big thing I absolutely loved in this, the kills. The kills were gnarly. There are some kills that just would make Art the Clown smile with them. Like the first kill that you get in this, the first big kill, like you just see it, the knife, the blood, the everything else, and you're just like, oh my God, it just keeps going. It set me up when it got to it. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's keep going. But this movie, you have this man who's a creator of this true crime like TV show, and he's very full of himself. He has become rich off of this. He's doing like kind of a conference kind of thing, talking about the new episodes and series shows, some clips of his reenactments. And what was funny is when I started watching it cuts to the reenactment, and I know that's what's happening. And there's a scene where a guy gets shot, and you can 100% tell underneath his t-shirt, you can see the wires and the squibs before they go off. And I laughed and went, oh yeah, we're watching this quote unquote television reenactment. This is pretty good. But this guy, he is very full of himself. He's an asshole. He's become rich off of this stuff. You don't like him. You're not rooting for him through this whole thing. But then he kind of becomes a piece of what he puts out there. So then you have this black-gloved, mysterious killer going around slashing and everything else. If you love giallo films, if you love like retro slashers from like the 80s, the 70s, I think you're going to enjoy this. I had a good time with this. Throughout the movie, I hated our character in this movie, but you're supposed to. You're supposed to hate him. And I did. I was like, man, I need him to get his. I'm not going to tell you if he does or not because I don't want to spoil that. And you add in the edits of a giallo, the way it's filmed, it's very retro, like I said, with its soundtrack, bloody kills, and I enjoyed it. My biggest gripe with this, our killer reveal, was very anticlimactic for me. It was like, oh, okay. But the build-up to that was great. The way it ended, the ending worked, but I don't know. I think after what you got going up, I was like, oh, I wanted a bit more, but I still loved it. I think this is probably like, 3.5 out of 5, 7 out of 10 kind of movie that I would recommend checking out. I think this originally came out in many areas last year, but still getting a release in 2025. Now it's coming out here in the US. I mean, retro movies are the thing, but getting a retro giallo slasher film, there's a lot of them out there. Many of them don't work. And then you get some that do. This is one of those indie horror retro films that works, that I would recommend you go check it out. Put it on your watch list. If you do watch it, let me know what you thought of it. Yeah, go check out The Blade Cuts Deeper. Now, a double feature. I want to do a double feature. I was trying to think of, is there another current retro-esque slasher type movie to pair with it? But then I was like, no. Let's pair our double feature with an older film, a film that honestly, it's not the best. It's not the best Fulci movie, for sure. But it is a movie I do enjoy. I would tell you to pair this with New York Ripper, the Lucio Fulci giallo film from 1982. I think The New York Ripper, The Blade That Cuts Deeper, get yourself a nice little giallo double feature going with old and new. It would just be a fun night at the movies. There you go. There is my double feature to go with The Blade Cuts Deeper, and that is The New York Ripper, the Lucio Fulci movie from 1982. Well, that's enough of my ramblings for this episode of Tomb of Terrors. Just make sure you subscribe to the show and you'll never miss any episode that comes out here, whether it's these quick reviews, whether interviews, I have one coming very soon, or my series versus Tales from Tubi, anything that happens over here on the show. Just subscribe and you won't miss any of that. If you love the show, reviews, share, get people on board, whatever. But thank you so much for everyone who listens to the show. I truly appreciate it. I'll be back soon with a brand new episode. Just snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.